Alright, so they're all freaking out because Candide murdered a whole bunch of dudes. So they're like, alright, shit, we gotta get on some horses and run away. So they get on some horses. The old chick with the one buttock is kind of having a hard time because it's hard to ride a horse when you only have half a butt. A half butt, as I like to call it. But anyway, they're going on the horses, they're going for a little while, and then all of a sudden, what the fuck? They're out of money. Why are they out of money? Oh, because some asshole stole it, like some Franciscan monk or some shit. Basically, the only thing that the Franciscans do in this entire goddamn book is shit in people's milk. But anyway, suddenly they're out of money, now they gotta sell one of their horses, so the old chick with the one butt, but half the butt, has to go sit on the back of Cunegonde's horse, so then everybody is even double miserable, more miserable, which is a trend that this book follows. Anyway, they get on the horse and they go to the coast, to Cadiz, where they're gonna catch a boat to fucking South America. And the way they manage to catch a boat to South America is Candide demonstrates the weapons drill that he learned from the Bulgars way back, and everybody's like, whoa, shit, that's a crazy fucking weapons drill, dude. Let's, come on, be in our army. Here, command a whole bunch of dudes, whatever. Like, yeah, let's do it. So they get on the boat, and they're going along, and they're on the boat, and Cunegonde is bitching about how, like, suddenly she's out of all of her money and shit, even though she used to be, like, a king's daughter with a really improbable amount of royal blood. 74 quarters royal blood. 72. 72. Still, there are significantly fewer than 72 quarters in a whole. Anyway, then the old chick is like, bitch, shut up. My life is way worse than yours. Check it out. Okay, so first off, like, I was the daughter of the Pope. Right? Fucking Pope daughter up in here. And I was like a princess, like a Pope princess, and I was gonna marry this hot dude. But then, like, he got poisoned, and he died. And my mom freaked out so much, she's like, let's take a boat trip. So we get on the boat, and we're going on the boat, and then all of a sudden some pirates show up. Some motherfucking Muslim pirates, and they run up and they stick their fingers in all of our butts to make sure we're not hiding any diamonds in there. Then they rape the shit out of us. Then they take us to the Middle East, which is literally just leagues and leagues of uninterrupted carnage. Those are the words they use in the book. Something like that. Something like uninterrupted carnage, which I want on a motorcycle. I want a motorcycle named Uninterrupted Carnage. But anyway, they got all this uninterrupted carnage going on, and eventually that uninterrupted carnage starts affecting this old chick, right? So, like, she's not old at this time, by the way. She's, like, super damn hot. Like, everybody's got boners coming out of every orifice for this girl. And including the pirate guy who stole her, and including some other guys who want to steal it from the pirate dude. So they all fight, and everybody dies. Everybody dies, except for this chick. And so she's at the bottom of a pile of dead bodies, and she claws her way out, and she passes out, and she wakes up with some dude raping her, complaining about how he doesn't have any balls, so at least he doesn't have any balls. And she wakes up, she's like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, oh shit, I used to teach you back in the Pope's place. Look, I'm one of the Pope's eunuchs. Here, let me sell you to some guys. So he sells her some guys, and they sell her some other guys, and sells her to some janissaries who really want to bone her, along with a bunch of other chicks, and they go to fight the Russians. So the janissaries are fighting the Russians, and the Russians kick the shit out of the janissaries, and they start, like, sieging them in the fortress that they have all of their ladies in, and the janissaries are like, we're never gonna give up. There's only 20 of them. There's like all these fucking Russians, and they're like, we're never gonna give up. So, but we're starving, so we gotta kill all these ladies and eat them. And some priest who's there is like, whoa, dudes, chill out. How about you just cut off one butt cheek off of each of these girls and eat that, because that is the finest cut of meat anyway. And then if you need to eat another butt cheek, you can do it later, and it'll be fresh. And they're like, alright, yeah, sure. So they cut off one butt cheek from everybody, and they eat it, and then immediately afterwards, the Russians come across and murder everybody. So it was really kind of fucking pointless. And then some French doctor fixes up this chick, and then she gets sold to some other dude, and she gets sold to some other dude, and she gets sold to some other dude, and then she gets sold to the Jew guy who also owned Cunegonde, which is how they met, and now she's here. So her story sucks. Everybody's story sucks. In fact, she specifically encourages Cunegonde to go all over the ship and ask if anybody else's life sucks, and everybody's life sucks. It is a uniform, like, fucking circumstance in this world. Anyway, they get off the boat. They're in South America now. They're in fucking Buenos Aires. And there's a dude there. He's like the governor. And he's super rich. And he's like, hey, Cunegonde, let me rub my face on your tits. I'll also marry you. And Candide's like, no, wait, don't do that. And then all of a sudden, the Grand Inquisitors dudes show up because they found the fucking Franciscan who stole all their jewels because he tried to sell them. And they realized that they were the Inquisitors' jewels. And they're like, where the fuck did you get those? And he's like, oh, man, there's this dude Candide. He's like in South America now. So they go to South America. And the dudes show up, and the old woman goes over to Candide and like, Candide, get the fuck out of here. And Candide's like, all right, let me take my, like, trusty servant, Cacambo. And Cacambo is a legit motherfucker. Cacambo handles all of Candide's problems. He's like Candide doesn't really want to go because he wants to stay with Cunegonde, but Cacambo's like, dude, just fucking, like, let's go. Here, I have an idea. We came here, like, they sent us here to fight the Jesuits, right? Let's just go join the fucking Jesuits. Why not? So they get on the horses and they go to the Jesuits' place. And the Jesuits are like, hey, what the fuck are you guys doing here? You can't talk to us, you're Spanish. And Cacambo's like, whoa, chill out. I'm only a quarter Spanish, and this dude owns me, and he's German. And they're like, oh, German, that's fine then. So they bring them in, and it turns out the leader of the Jesuits is Cunegonde's brother, who, like, fucking Candide knows. And so it's like, whoa, dude, what's up? And so they eat for a while, and they're, like, shooting the shit, and Candide's like, man, this is great. Like, let's get an army together. We can go to fucking Buenos Aires, kill everybody. We can take Cunegonde. I can marry her. And the dude's like, whoa, no, you can't marry my sister. No fucking way. And then he tries to hit Candide with a sword. But Candide, he's a legit badass. He's a legit fucking badass. He just, like, stabs this dude in the chest. He is a murder machine at this point. So then Candide, like, runs out of the room. He's like, oh, fuck, I just killed another person. I'm a triple criminal now. And Cacambo comes in like, yeah, I was kind of expecting something like this to happen. Here, dude, chill out. We'll just put on the Jesuits' clothes and get out of here, and no one will even realize what's going on until we're, like, way far away. So between Candide and Cacambo, they're, like, the ultimate murder engine. Like, Candide knocks him down, Cacambo gets him out of there. So they get on the horses, and Cacambo also just, like, loots the shit out of this place, too. He's got, like, some cheese and some bread and some wine and some ham and some meat and some fucking chocolate. Stole some chocolate. And so they go to a fucking oasis, and they're, like, hanging out there, and Candide's, like, all butthurt about how he murdered some dudes, like, murdered even more dudes, and then he hears, like, some chicks yelling, and he looks over, and there's chicks being chased by apes, and he's like, alright, I'll totally fucking redeem myself. And he takes his gun, and he, like, aims with, like, super Legolas-style accuracy and murders the two apes. Because, like, Candide is a fucking killing machine now. Remember when I said he was a pussy at the beginning? That's only at that point in the story. He's like goddamn Godzilla with a gun at this point. Godzilla with a gun. That is a terrifying concept. Anyway, he kills the two apes, and the two chicks are like, God damn it, those were our husbands. And Candide's like, no, I can't do anything right. And then the chicks go and tell the local cannibals that there's some motherfucking Jesuits here. And so Candide and Cacambo wake up, tied up with bark, about to get boiled alive by some fucking cannibals. And Candide's like, dude, impress upon them, like, the moral wrongness of what they're about to do. And Cacambo's like, don't worry, I got this covered. Guys, it's totally cool if you eat people. Like, I'm fine with that. But we are not actually Jesuits. Like, we have this robe because we killed a fucking Jesuit. You can ask anybody. And so they go and they ask somebody, and the person is like, yeah, they killed some fucking Jesuits, because, like, they know that the Jesuit is dead. Whatever. It's like, it's true. It's a true fact. Anyway, they come back and they're like, whoa, let's have a party. And they give them all these whores and food and shit. And they get the fuck out of there before the guys just, like, change their mind and decide to eat them again. So Candide and Cacambo are, like, out on their horses again, and Cacambo's like, alright, dude, check it out. Like, South America is just as fucked up as Europe. I believe that we have empirically established this. Can we fucking, like, go back to Europe? I'm from South America. I don't even want to be in this place. And Candide's like, well, first of all, Cunegonde is still here. And Cacambo is like, shit, bitch, I don't give a shit about your woman. She's probably banging some other dude at this point. Anyway, Europe, yeah, way better, man. Come on. We're gonna go to Cayenne, fucking meet some French dudes. They'll help us out. We'll go back there. And Candide's like, oh, man, I don't know, I guess. And so they get on their horses, and they start going towards Cayenne, even though they have no idea where it is. And the rest is a story for another time.